The trail to Eagle is a unique experience, shared by only the honored few who achieve it. I myself am not an Eagle Scout, and I am humbled to be among both the newly awarded Eagle Scouts and those who have held the rank for decades. I know now why the rank of Eagle is so highly regarded in both scouting and everyday society. They are expected to demonstrate a capacity and willingness to lead others. They are expected to continually achieve and advance in both rank and skill over years, not months, of scouting. They are expected to stand before adult leaders at a board of review where they are challenged to defend their achievements and prove themselves worthy for each and every rank they earn. They are expected to follow the scouting way, not just in a meeting or a camp out, but in their school affairs, church associations, in their community, and in every aspect of their daily lives. And above all, they are expected to do all of these things with the highest moral character. Gentlemen, these are the expectations and obligations you have faithfully demonstrated to earn your place at this Eagle Court of Honor. I now ask Eagle Scout and Major Brian Hobeck, retired, to come to deliver the Eagle Charge.
Thank you, and thank you for all of your attending today. I am honored and humbled to be a part of the ceremony today. Before I start with the Eagle Charge, I'd like to, on a personal note, speak to the five of you and tell you, from my own point of view, it's hard to believe that I became an Eagle Scout nearly 3 decades ago. However, it is one of my most treasured medals, invoking fond memories of learning, adventure, and friendships that have lasted for years. I can honestly tell you that my achieving Eagle Scout gave me the skills I needed to take on the world and achieve bigger and greater things, to include a long and successful career in the military. Nice. The significance of the Eagle Badge. The appeal of the majestic eagle has been felt by every people from prehistoric times to the present day. To the Egyptians, the eagle was the messenger of the gods and the sun, a symbol of eternal life. To the Romans, he was the carrier of Jupiter's thunderbolts and a sign of power. To the American Indian, the eagle stands for valor and the pledge of victory. For us today, the eagle is the living symbol of all courageous and freedom-aspiring Americans. When the Eagle Scout badge was designed in 1912, it was decided that a small silver eagle would be suspended from a tricolored ribbon of red, white, and blue. And so it remains today. The foremost responsibility of an Eagle Scout is to live with honor. To an Eagle Scout, honor is the foundation of all character. He knows that a Scout is trustworthy. It is the very first point of the Scout law for good reason. An Eagle Scout lives honorably, not only because honor is important to him, but because of the vital significance of the example he sets for other Scouts. Living honorably reflects credit on his home, his church, his troop, and his community. So may the white in your Eagle badge always remind you to live with honor. The second obligation of an Eagle is loyalty. A Scout is true to his family, Scout leaders, friends, school, and nation. His loyalty to his troop and brother Scouts makes him pitch in and carry his load. All of these help to build the loyalty, which means devotion to community, to country, and to one's own ideals, and to God. So let the blue in your Eagle badge always inspire you to be loyal. The third obligation as an Eagle Scout is to be courageous. Courage has always been a quality in which men measure themselves and others. To a Scout, bravery means not only the courage to face physical danger, but the determination to stand up for what is right. Trusting in God, with faith in his fellow man, he looks forward to each day, seeking his share of the world's work to do. Let the red of your Eagle badge always remind you of courage. The fourth obligation of an Eagle Scout is to be cheerful. To remind the Eagle Scout to always wear a smile. The red, white, and blue ribbon is attached to a scroll that comes from the Second Class Scout Award, which has its ends turned up like a smile. The final responsibility of an Eagle Scout is service. The Eagle Scout extends a helping hand to those who still toil up scouting's trail, like a mentor, just as others have helped him in his climb to Eagle. The performance of the daily good turn takes on a new meaning when you enter more adult life. The Eagle stands as protector of the weak and helpless, and aids in the comfort and unfortunate of the oppressed. He holds up the rights of others while defending his own. He will always be prepared to put forth his best. You are deserving of much credit in having achieved Scouting's highest award. However, wear your award with humility, ever mindful that the Eagle Scout is looked up to be an example. May the Scout Oath and the Scout Law be your guide for tomorrow and onward. And finally, the Eagle Charge itself. Scouts of all nations make up one of the most wholesome and significant movements in the world's history. You have been judged by the Boy Scouts of America as being worthy of this honor. All who know you rejoice in your achievements. This award, as you know, is one of honor and responsibility and shouldn't be taken lightly. As an Eagle Scout, you have assumed a solemn obligation to do your duty to God, country, your fellow Scouts, and mankind in general. As you live up to your obligations, you bring honor to yourself and to your brother Scouts. America has always meant many good things for you and for your children someday. But these things depend, for the most part, on the quality of our citizens. Our country has had a great past. You can help make the future even greater. I charge you to undertake your citizenship with solemn dedication. Be a leader, but lead only towards the best. Lift up every task you do and every office you hold to the highest level of service to God and to your fellow men. I charge you to be among those who dedicate their hearts, hands, skills, and abilities to the common good. Live and serve. Help and build America's future by continuing to set an example of clean living, honest work, unselfish citizenship, and reverence for God. Whatever others may do, you will leave behind a record that you can be proud of. And finally, I charge you to enter this Eagle Scout Brotherhood holding without reservation and ever before you the ideals of honor and service. By the repetition of the Eagle Scout promise before your fellow members, you will become an Eagle Scout. Later in the ceremony, when you pledge yourself on your sacred honor, you will be sealing your eternal loyalty to the code of the Eagle Scout with the same words which are used to close the Declaration of Independence. And with that, gentlemen, I congratulate you and wish you the best.
I would now ask the parents of these Eagle Scout candidates to please come forward and stand behind their sons. Also at this time, I'd like to call back Eagle Scout Thomas Linnell and Eagle Scout Benjamin Lamb to assist, along with Mr. Terry Cunningham, founder of DXVI.
You'll have to wait while MJ tends the fire.
He is a Lawrenz.
Yes, yes, he is.
They didn't blow on it.
New at this picture thing.
Mr. Cunningham, will you now please present the Eagles with their medals?
You need to get one of those pillows. Just blow
Uh-huh. Should have thought of that.
Good book tells us the last shall be first and the first shall be last.
MJ, I'm gonna hurt you. Good job, Austin.
Yeah.
Hey, these are Lawrenz. Lawrenz's are pretty cool. Yeah.
I approve.
Good job.
I got my red shirt.
A young man volunteered. He wants it Marine style. He has his red shirt on to hide the glove.
Trevor's pretty funny.
How do you know Trevor?
I met him when I was at Cabela's. He introduced himself to me. Good kid.
Oh, yeah.
Good job on that fire.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he did. MJ is the pyro in the family.
Mr. Cunningham, will you now present the new Eagles with their certificates?
Show them what we're made of, Austin. Just take it. It's beautiful. It's pretty. MJ's hiding behind his kid.
And now, Mr. Linnell and Mr. Lamb, will you now present the new Eagles with their neckerchiefs and slides? You will notice as they present the neckerchiefs, they will put the new one on first before removing the old, signifying there will be no break in scouting.
I'll get this on the computer later.
It's the weirdest thing to think about. It's the weirdest thing to feel. Touche.
Look at that.
Mr. Cunningham. Will you now present the new Eagles with their mother's pin?
I like your socks. Now it's part of the Boy Scout uniform.
Whoops.
I just thought it was
As the
cool.
Eagle Scouts receive the mother's pen, please turn to your mother and pin it on her.
Not. Don't make them bleed.
Not through.
Right? Not through. Yeah.
Careful.
You want to dig that thing?
No, you do not want to bleed.
Know that there are no words that will ever truly capture the love a mother has for her son. Hers is a labor of love, self-sacrifice, and commitment to her son reaching his full potential. Today, mothers, take great pride in those efforts as you witness the awarding of the rank of Eagle Scout on your son. Scouts, although you will never truly appreciate what your mother has done to make this day possible, this pin will serve as a symbol that you are willingly sharing this achievement with her, and she certainly deserves a hug, a kiss, and a most sincere thank you. The kiss, Trevor.
Aww.
Oh, she's waiting. She's waiting. Come. Oh.
Mr. Cunningham, will you now present the new Eagles with their father's pens?
Man, he shaved though.
I know, right? Austin, he shaved for you.
Really, Mom? No.
Eagle Scouts, as you receive the pin, please present it to your father. And to the fathers. Your little boys have become young men. Your love for your son has given him strength. Your self-sacrifice has not gone unnoticed. And your commitment to see your son grow up with a sense of duty, honor, and moral character has been achieved. Eagle Scouts, until the day you were once a father of your own son, you will not be able to truly appreciate what your father has done to make this day possible. This pin will serve as a symbol that you willingly share this achievement with him. And he certainly deserves a hug, at least a guy hug, and a very most sincere thank you.
Okay, good, no kiss.
And to all the parents, thank you for raising such fine young men. Parents, you may return to your seats, please. You may turn around.
Thought that wasn't in the job description.
For these Eagle Scouts, a new journey now begins. Many opportunities and adventures await as they continue into their adult lives and become the leaders of tomorrow. Just as your scouting journey started with an oath, so shall your new journey as an Eagle Scout. I ask Eagle Scout Eric Jones to please come forward and lead the new Eagles in the Eagle Pledge.
The Eagle Scouts will now take the Eagle Scout Pledge. As the candidates take the pledge for the first time, will those Eagle Scouts who are present in the audience please stand and reaffirm their pledge?
That's you, Major.
Will each of you please give the Scout sign and repeat after me? On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to my country. I reaffirm my allegiance. To the three promises of the Scout Oath. I thoughtfully recognize and take upon myself the obligations and responsibilities of the rank of Eagle Scout. On my honor, I will do my best to make my training an example and make my rank and influence strongly count for better scouting and for better citizenship. In my truth, in my community, and in my contact with other people, regardless of race, color, or creed. To this, I pledge my sacred honor. Eagle Scouts in the audience may be seated. I charge you to enter this Eagle Scout Brotherhood holding ever before you, without reservation, the ideals of honor and service. By repeating of the Scout Pledge before your formal members, you have become an Eagle Scout.
Okay, good.
Through the words you used just now, though the words you used just now are similar to those by which you joined scouting, today they mean more than ever. When you pledge yourself on the sacred honor, using the same words which are found at the end of the Declaration of Independence, you sealed your eternal loyalty to the code of the Eagle Scout. As one Eagle Scout to another, by the authority vested in me by the National Court of Honor of the Boy Scouts of America, it is my privilege and pleasure to pronounce you Eagle Scouts. May the oath you have taken remain true in your heart. Ladies and gentlemen, Scouts and Scouters, I present you Eagle Scouts Saleen, Gavin Vradenburg, Trevor Knopp, Zachary and Austin Lawrenz.
The first among them to complete this requirement for the rank of Eagle was Stephen Saleen. I ask Stephen to remain on stage, and all others, please take your seats. Stephen Saleen would now like to present a mentor's pin to recognize those special leaders that assisted him on his journey to Eagle Scout.
Thank you. So I give my mentor's pin to my dad. He's been there since I was a Tiger Scout on every camp out, and he's always been there for me through my entire scouting career. So get on up here.
Will Gavin Vradenburg now come forward to present a mentor's pin to recognize those special leaders that have assisted him on his journey to Eagle Scout? And he may have a few words to say.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, I have a microphone. That's the first mistake. How many of you adults have ever said that it takes a village to raise a child? Yeah. So, I'm going to recognize this village, being 5, so I won't be up here for too long. But, all right. So, the first mentor's pin is going to go to Mr. Jim Linnell for showing me the black and white of scouting, that there really is no gray area except for the sweatshirt that signifies he's an adult. That's all gray for Mr. Linnell. So that's the first one. I got this. The second for being basically, well, this person means a lot to me, and he's really the reason that I stuck with scouting, and he really showed me a lot. So, can I have Mr. Lenny Schoonover come down to the stage, please? Yeah, just come. Yeah. I have a pin for you that I forgot to give you. You know, more than one thought, I just go blank. The third mentor's pin that I'm giving out will go to Mr. Cunningham for molding me into a leader from someone who was extremely wild. Still is, but like it was worse. I was a rebel. Rebellious.
Little humility.
Yep.
The final 2 mentors pins are going to go to my second set of parents that have been on my case just about as much as my real parents have, and that would be Miss Wendy Knopp, Mrs., and Mr. Chris Knopp, or being on my case because I can't manage my own case.
Let's hope he's not going to be for a
Right.
Yep.
You're what we call in scouting high maintenance.
It takes a village. And that's it for me, but can we get a round of applause for all of those?
Oh, shoot. Bang, bang.
Do you have to tell me to sit down? Or?
No, you're good.
Okay.
No, you're good, Gavin. Sit down. Will Trevor Knopp please come forward to present his mentor's pin to recognize those special leaders that have assisted him on his journey to Eagle Scout?
Well, the first one, I pretty much, he sat on pretty much every one of my Scoutmaster conferences, including my Eagle Scoutmaster conference, and I rode lots of times in the back of his big Dodge van with the trailer on the back of it, whether it was going out here or going out to summer camp, and he helped me with merit badges, whether it was sitting down after a meeting or it was just through email trying to figure something out. Mr. Jim Linnell. I also have 5 like Gavin.
Oh, of course.
No, we match each other. It's the yin to my yang.
But he's not as much.
No, I'm more colorful. All right, the second one, again, was either helping me through scouting with something, whether it was I couldn't figure out something to do with rope, splicing, anything to do with rope, or sitting on Scoutmaster conferences, Mr. Terry Cunningham. All right, my other one, I don't know how many times I've ridden in their car to patrol meetings, or I went over to their house before a troop meeting, or I was over there, spending time with his son too, and I knew how to start a fire, but I didn't know much about it. Mr. Mayo Lawrenz. All right, and like Gavin, sometimes we have more than one set of parents in scouting, and whether it was one of them helping me out with something, I was always over there, patrol meetings at their house, they're always willing to help me out, Mr. and Mrs. Vradenburg. And that'll be it.
Will Zachary Lamb please come forward now to present his mentor's pin for those special leaders that have assisted him on his journey to Eagle Scout?
So first, I would like to call Mr. Jim Linnell up to present my mentor, one of my first mentor pins too. So, besides summer camps, he's helped me with most of my merit badges. He's been for me all through my whole entire scouting career.
You should just stay up there.
Yes.
Next, I would actually like to call Mrs. Vradenburg up. It's Camp Alex. for the one time you sneaked me bacon from the adult. Next, I would like to call Thomas Linnell. A little different, but he's been with me throughout my whole entire scouting career. Even as a scout, he has helped me, mentored me through everything of my scouting skills. He's taught me a lot of my scouting skills, including first aid, knots. The pathway. Thank you.
And in this case, the last shall be last. Austin Lawrenz, will you now come forward to present the Mentor's Pens to recognize those special leaders that have assisted you in your journey to Eagle Scout?
So there are a number of adults that I could easily give a mentor pin to. There's a few that I would specifically like to thank to start off with. He's not here today, but I'd like to thank Mr. Sean Mooney. He was with me from the very beginning. He was one of the adult leaders in my Cub Scout pack and was ultimately the reason that I came to DXVI. I'd like to thank Mr. Jim Linnell. He probably easily taught me at least 75% of the scouting skills that I've learned. And every time I would see him, he'd have something new that I didn't know. I'd like to thank Mr. Stewart for always having a camera. I'm sure you've noticed. Always having a great meal for us on any camp out that he would attend. And for also helping me with some of my final merit badges leading towards my Eagle. I'd also like to thank Chris and Wendy Knopp for helping me set up my Eagle project and also helping me get through it. And I look at them as a second set of parents, as I'm sure you guys have heard before.
I don't know what you're talking about, honestly.
I'd also like to thank Trevor and Gavin. I look at these two like brothers, and they've been with me for the past 3 or 4 years now. Whatever Mr. Linnell would teach me at a scout meeting, they teach me how to blow it up. But I think that there's one adult leader that's really helped me the most since I've joined scouting. He performed my crossover ceremony into Troop DXVI from my Cub Scout pack. I eventually joined the crossover ceremony team underneath his leadership, and I also joined a flag ceremony team that also underneath his leadership. So he's basically been with me since I've joined the troop and has basically molded me into the person that I am today. I'd like to bring up Mr. Lenny Schoonover for my mentor pin.
Now I would like to introduce to you former Scoutmaster of DXVI, Mr. Terry Stewart.
Thank you. Bear with me if I can get through this, because I miss this a lot. These 5 scouts helped me immensely when I was Scoutmaster. Stephen, I haven't met a scout yet that knew as many knots that you knew how to tie. It was just amazing. And I am glad that you came back and made Eagle. Trevor, what an awesome leader you were. You really made my life at Scoutmaster easy. And I thank you for all the camp outs. summer camps. I mean, you're just an amazing leader. And I thank you very much for that. Zach, and I thank you for your help and hard work and leadership. I remember summer camp. You seemed to really get the scouts in order, and you knew exactly what needed to be done. And my son Thomas still today talks about you guys swimming the mile together. That's how much that's meant to Thomas. And of course me, see, Thomas looked at you as a mentor swimming. And he thinks he can't be here today because he's volunteering at Northwest Track. Austin, I remember when you started with the Soaring Eagles. You had long hair then. And you were much shorter. You weren't as tall as I was. I am very proud that you made Eagle. Remember all the camp outs that we had together. I'm so proud of you. All the memories that I have. Really good memories. There were always challenges, of course. Everybody knows that we did have our challenges, right? But we worked together through it. I left Gavin for last because he's the one that has the most memories for me. You really, really blossomed as a leader. When I first met you, I knew there was potential, but you, I think, worked the hardest to get there. But I do have a question for you. Do you still carry your knife to protect from wood chopping bears?
Always. Never have too many.
Has he came back yet?
Once. And hopefully more soon to come.
I'm sure he would love to come back, right? So I want to personally thank all 5 of you for making my job as Scoutmaster easier, and really appreciative and grateful that you guys all got Eagle. You made the top of the mountain, and I wish you luck in your future career. Thank you.
I'd now like to ask Mr. Terry Cunningham, founder of DXVI, would like to say a few words for the Eagle Scouts.
Where to start? It's a little mind-boggling to sit here and look at all this crowd, thinking about the fact that it started with 7 kids who didn't want to be a patrol in another troop. So I told them, go home, find us a committee chair and a secretary treasurer. Second greatest thing that happened to this troop sits on the back row. Thank you, Mr. Reynolds. This troop is going to be 25 years old this year. Quite an honor to do it with 5 of them. 1 whole patrol. If you think I'm just a little emotional, when you think about putting 25 years into something and see this kind of success, yeah, you better believe you get emotional. No, I don't own it. The kids do. And it's the parents who hope it happen. It's the concerned citizen who has a child that's part of it that helps it happen. Thank you again, Mr. Randall.
Thank you, Eagle Scouts, and thank you, mentors. It is your gift of time and talent that has forever influenced the lives of these young men. Their achievement today is a testament to your character. Before we retire the colors, I shall read the benediction for this court of honor. May honesty and integrity be your guide, so that you can always stand by your word. A scout is trustworthy. May you stand by your family, your friends, and your country, even when it's difficult and at times you feel like you are standing alone. A scout is loyal. May you always offer a helping hand or a cup of cold water to those in need, whether or not they ask for it. A scout is helpful. May you always be the type of person that people want to be with, work with, and live with. A scout is friendly. May you always show respect to everyone, even those who seem to not deserve it. A scout is courteous. May harm never fall anyone or anything due to your actions. A scout is kind. May you always obey the laws of men and of God, for a scout is obedient. May you greet each and every person with a smile each and every day. A scout is cheerful. May you cherish the gifts God has bestowed upon you and never take them for granted. A scout is thrifty. May the courage you have shown thus far in life only grow as you face steeper challenges in the road ahead. A scout is brave. May your words, your mind, and your body remain pure as God intended. A scout is clean. May you always love and honor God, which has created you in His image. A scout is reverent. May you keep yourself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. And may the great Scoutmaster of all scouts be with us when we meet again. Amen.
Amen.
I ask now that you please rise for the retiring of the colors by the color guard. Out of respect, please remove all hats.